this is the fourth, fifth time I've tried to film this, camera problems, and the original time I filmed it, it was too long and too rambly, and someone made me feel paranoid about it, so then I had to change it, and anyway, Casey made a video, and he wanted people's, 9/11, where were you when you found out, what did you think, what do you think now, and what did you think about the official story. So where I was in university actually I was done university, but whatever. I was still kind of at my university town in Prince George, and I was sleeping in bed, and my boyfriend came in, and he dragged me out of bed and like pulled me in front of the TV, and he's like, look at this, you have to see this. And I was, sleepy, and I was like, what is this? Why are you making me watch some really crappy, bad movie with like really bad special effects and all this kind of stuff? And finally, I realized it was a news broadcast, and I was like, oh, holy shit. I did call my friend in Japan and was like, oh my god, blah, 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 you're not going to believe what's happening, World Trade Center. But I mean, really, I know a lot of people really felt like personally attacked and all this kind of stuff, and I never understood that, and I probably never will, because, I didn't know anybody over there. I didn't know anybody who in any way was directly affected, and I was most certainly not directly affected. And yeah, so it was a terrible thing, but I don't know. I was actually, honestly, I was a little offended by how so many people were like, it's the most horrible loss of life in recent history and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of other things that go on in the world, in other parts of the world, that might have been the most horrifying thing to, big scale thing to happen on like North American soil that people really openly know about. But things happen all over the world that are a lot worse, honestly, in my opinion. Anyway, so that's kind of how I felt and feel about it. And as for the official story, I always kind of... Official story. I never really bought it. I mean, even during the original news broadcast, I really questioned the planes flying into the building. Although I do sort of now wonder about that, given some of the conspiracy film stuff that you see. But, I mean, even when I watched it, like, the building's collapsing. Like, I was like, why are there flashes all the way down? Like, I watched the buildings go down, and I was like, looks like a building being demolished. And, I mean, I really, I'm not going to pretend to be an engineer and totally understand structural design, but at the same time, there's so many people who do understand structural design who say that there's no way a jet engine would melt the struts. And even if it did, like, even if that's what happened, why didn't the building topple over? Like, how did it manage to not damage anything else? It just went straight down? Really? Yeah, I'm not buying it. That and the whole Pentagon with the plane that vaporized. Like, really? It vaporized? I've seen plane crash photos. I've seen, like, the wreckage of planes, and planes don't just vaporize. Like, that's... I mean, if you're going to make up a story, at least make one up that's believable. I think that's where all the conspiracy theories come from, because it just doesn't make any sense, Like, it's like the whole JFK single bullet thing. I'm not saying that I know or believe what happened, but the theory that a bullet went doom, 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 like, it just doesn't make any sense. Hence, so many conspiracy theories. And, like, the whole thing about what happened at 9/11 and why it happened and who did it. I don't know who did it. I don't know why it happened. But, and I don't pretend to know. I just know that the story that the mass populace has been told is definitely not true. That's the only thing I'm really sure of. Anyway, so, yeah. It'd be cool if anybody wanted to make a response to me about where they were and what they thought and what you think about the official story. If not, whatever. There you go. There's my video response. And I hate remaking videos. I just want to say that. I hate it.